Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. It's Saturday Night Live na naman dito po sa Salve's YouTube channel. We're also broadcasting live on Facebook, on Kumu. Saan pa ba? At sa YouTube, syempre. Kaya kung bago po kayo dito, don't forget to subscribe to my channel para lagi kayong aware kung kailan kami magla-live ulit, and to share to all your friends and like the episode. Makisali na rin kayo sa kwentuhan dahil today we have two very special guests. At sa bandang dulo, you will have your chance to ask your questions live, and we will try to make sure that we answer all of them. Sa Kumu po, we already have 16 million viewers. Maraming salamat. Nanonood na po si Hinig Bulakenyo at ang kanyang misis dahil excited na daw po silang matuto kung papaano mag-invest. O, di ba? At syempre, may mga puso na tayo galing kay Liza, si Wena, matanda na po tayo, so binabasa ko po. Si Wena at si Brother Dano. Sino pa bang nandito? Christian Prado, thank you for joining the stream. At syempre, ang mga classmate natin, yung shout out ko, ang mga nasa YouTube, meron po tayong, wow, ang dami. Somebody's watching from Dumaguete City, and of course, ito po ang lagi kong kakwentuhan pagdating sa halaman, si Lola Dolly at si Aris, ang ating empowered investor at hardinero sa Italy. Wow, si Miss Mary, tinigil ang kanyang campaign para manood sa ating show today. Ayan, excited daw for today's topic si Lyra because she wants to invest in mutual funds. Meron tayong viewer from Turkey, and si Beo, I forgot. Saan ka nga ba nanonood, Beo? Si Kev, of course, is here. Minsan hindi ko na alam si Kev, hindi siguro niya alam kung saan siya manonood. Thank you, Arfi. YouTube ba, Facebook, or Kumu, because he subscribes to all of those platforms. Ayan, nagpapa-hello po tayo sa kanilang lahat. Apo from Balayan, Batangas. Julie, naghe-hello. Meron tayong viewer from Cagayan de Oro. O, di ba? Talagang truly worldwide na tayo dahil sa YouTube. Ayan, Jonathan Mondehar from Australia. And we have a viewer from Lebanon. O, si Renz, alam ko na, nasa Dubai, nasa Abu Dhabi to. And of course, LV Tolentino from Pasig, napakalayo ni LV. Ayan. Meron po ditong tama ba? Meron po ditong pala desisyon, ganito. Okay, ayan. Okay na po yan. Alright, so maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat na nakikinig ngayong araw na ito. Sana po you take down notes because we have guests today who not just help people. Ayan, meron po tayong watching from Pasig. Thank you all for watching our show today. Meron po akong i-introduce sa inyo, this lady na nakilala ko when I did a class for Love Radio. At itong lady na to ay isang TikTok content creator, influencer, and model, not to mention a DJ in Love Radio. Paakyatin natin si DJ Robin, kaya lang parang nawala po siya. Ano kayang nangyari? Okay, nagkakaroon po siya ng internet issues. So siguro unahin muna natin ang ating second guest, Sir Jun Tarrobago. Welcome. Go up on the stream. Maraming salamat. Alright. Si Jun Tarrobago po ay Head of Equities and Portfolio Manager at ATRAM. Meron na po siyang more than a quarter century experience in investing in the stock market. Hi Jun, how are you?
Hi, Salve. Ganda nung intro mo. Lolong-lolo yung dating ko.
Don't worry. That's also how I introduce myself. So I've started as a financial advisor, financial journalist, quarter century na rin. So magka-batch lang talaga tayo, Jun.
Batch na tayo.
Huwag na natin alamin kung sino yung mas matanda sa ating dalawa. Alright. So sabi ni Jonard Calornia, dati nanonood lang daw siya sa stock market sa amin ni Sir Marvin Guermo now. Trading and meron na siyang sarili niyang nagsa-start ng trading and investment account. So June, ang question ngayon, because a lot of people really want to make their money grow faster, kasi napakahirap ng buhay, so nagkaroon tayo ng mas mindfulness about how to manage our money better. And mutual fund is one of those things na merong from Israel, June. And Lucky Rivera, di ba? Maraming salamat po sa panonood. Paano ba mag-invest sa mutual fund at bakit dapat karamihan ng mga tao ay naglalagay ng pera dito?
Salamat, Salve. Yes, great question. So, paano mag-invest sa isang mutual fund? Para sa akin, ang pinaka-importante ay una, maghanap ng reputable mutual fund provider. At kailangan alam mo rin kung bakit ka mag-i-invest, di ba? So, siguro dun muna tayo let's talk about the why first, di ba? Why invest in mutual funds? Because mutual funds are actually, or investing in mutual funds is the one, I think, personally, I think it's one of the easiest ways to invest and either make money, generate returns, or set aside money and let it grow for your future depending on your investment goals. So picking a reputable mutual fund provider should be kailangan mo tiyagain ng konti. I mean, although hindi na rin kailangan tiyagain masyado kasi lahat nasa YouTube na di ba? Lahat nasa internet na. So yung kumpanya namin, I work with a company called ATR Asset Management or ATRAM. And you can check out our YouTube channels. You can check out our website, atram.com, www.atram.com.ph. And what we in terms of picking a reputable fund provider, syempre kailangan, number one, madali yung process for onboarding. Kailangan may reputation, yung products na binibigay nila, and yung back office support, yung support for investors. Kung may tanong ka, dapat syempre pag nagtanong ka, may sasagot sa'yo, hindi yung mag-aantay ka ng ilang araw bago ka sagutin, di ba? So kasi I mean, sobrang importante ito yung magsisecure sa future natin or paraan para kumita tayo ng pera. So at ATRAM, we really go the extra mile to be accessible to our clients. And we also have a lot of webinars to help inform the clients about what investments are. First of all, what the market outlook is for the different asset classes. We provide investment vehicles or mutual funds, or you can invest in different strategies. We have fixed income, we have equities. Ako po yung head ng equities group namin. Meron din kaming balanced funds, which is a combination of fixed income or bonds and equities. And we also have global strategies na pwede sila mag-invest. Pwede sila mag-invest sa isang fund, for example, na ang kagandahan ngayon, hindi ka na limited sa Pilipinas lang eh. Meron sila pwede pasukan na fund na naka-invest sa Google, or kung techie ka, tapos first hand, alam mo kung gaano ka-importante yun or gaano ka-importante yun sa pamumuhay ng mga tao, you can actually invest in a fund that has Google or Apple or what have you. Sobrang lawak na nung scope ng products and investable vehicles na pwede mo ma-access. Dati kasi kailangan mayaman ka at may private banking account ka para ma-access mo yung mga yan. Ngayon, sobrang simple, sobrang dali. Just go to www.atram.com.ph. Sorry, pa-plug ko na naman. So, that said, investing in a mutual fund is very easy and important because aside from the access, access din to actually. Pwede mo, you will be able, hindi mo kailangan ng expertise in investments. You will be able to tap the expertise of people who, like me, wala kaming ginawa from Monday to Friday during our working hours, of course, kundi pag-aralan yung mga markets at pag-aralan kung saan sila kikita.
Yeah.
For example,
nakadikit yung mukha ni Jun sa Bloomberg terminal niya. Ayan.
Kaya nagsasalamin na ako ngayon eh. Dati wala akong salamin eh.
Jun, mag-shoutout lang ako kasi meron tayong si Sir Jerry po, the Marketing Sensei PH, is in Kumu watching. Si Stardust is watching. Sino pa bang nandito? Maraming salamat po sa virtual gifts na pinapadala ninyo. I hope you're learning a lot from this episode. So I will just unpack what you said a little bit because a lot of people are already sending questions. Excited na yata excited na sa Q&A part. Ayan, bumalik na si DJ Robin. But tapusin lang natin si Sir Jun. Unpack ko lang ng konti. So for those who are listening, who is new to the idea of mutual funds, babalik lang po tayo sa nakaraan. Noon pong bata pa kami ni Jun. Nung bata pa kami ni Jun.
Bata pa rin.
Sige na nga, bata pa. Totoo po yung sinasabi niya. Para maka-invest ka sa global stocks, kailangan meron kang US address, di ba? Kailangan maka-open ka ng account doon. Or either punta ka ng Singapore, Hong Kong, where markets are bigger, and then you can open an account and invest globally. Tapos, kung gusto mo naman mag-invest sa Pilipinas, sa big stocks, kailangan mo meron kang at least, pag sa investment account, dyan sa ibang investment houses, at least 50,000 yata para maka-invest ka in stocks. And if you want to invest big, medyo malaki yung kapital. So at that time, I think mga 30 years ago, June, na mga ganon, pinag-usapan nila ng mga head ng bansa natin, Central Bank, DOF, ganyan. We need to find a way so that the simpleng tao magkakaroon ng way para mag-invest doon. And also, para doon sa tinatawag na deepening the financial market. Tama ba ako, June? So they decided, instead na ikaw, individual, pupunta sa stocks or sa bonds, pagsama-samahin yung pera nating lahat, at yung company na yun, sila ang magi-invest for us. And so, the idea of the pooled funds was born. Pero nung time na yun, Jun, nahirapan yata sa simula. Until finally, nagkaroon na ng traction ito at dumami na yung mga investment companies that offer. And one of that is ATR. O, di ba? May history. May history ako ng slide. Binabasa ko kasi yung history niyan ngayon, Jun. So that's the idea behind pooled funds, pinagsasama-sama yung pera ng mga tao para people like June whose expertise really is in choosing the stocks that can make your money work for you. Sila yung gagawa ng decision to invest for you. Tama ba ako? Correct me if I'm correct.
Tumpak, Salve, tama ka. Importante yun kasi Kasi like if your objective is to secure your future at gusto mo kumita, uh, yung expertise ng mga professionals like us will be important kasi may mga times bumabagsak yung market, may mga times malakas yung market. Importante na nandun ka sa tamang stocks. For example, in my case, pag umaakit yung market, at importante rin medyo nasa defensive yung portfolio pag mahina naman yung market para ma-preserve yung capital tsaka para mas malaki maganda yung buwelo mo pag umakit na siya, di ba? So like for example, I talked about the access to global companies in one of the funds, di ba? UITFs and mutual funds. Well, you can also, I mean, ATRAM also offers, let's say, equities. Ang view namin sa equities, may konting gain tayo in the short term, pero ang 2-year return ng equities will be very, very significant. Malakas. Kung kailangan na natin ma-weather yung next 3 to 5 months siguro na medyo grabe yung volatility. Pero yung returns ng market over the next 2 years, actually by year end, maganda na yung return ng market tingin namin kasi pag nalagpasan na yung mga kailangan malagpasan, and the simple reason kung bakit maganda yung outlook natin for equities is earnings growth for the Philippine stock market, the companies in the Philippine stock market on average will experience earnings growth of about 30% per year, which is about 6 times, at least 3 times stronger than the historical average earnings growth rate ng mga kumpanya in the Philippine stock market. So 3 times ang growth potential mo for the companies over the next 2 years, earnings growth compared to the historical average of mga 10% growth. Tapos at ATRAM, you can also gain access to, well, yung Alpha Opportunity Fund namin is the best performing one of the best performing equity mutual funds over the last 5 years. So
Alin ito? Again. Alin ito?
it's called the ATRAM Alpha Opportunity Fund. It's a fund that invests in the fastest growing companies in the market. And if you look at the returns over the last 5 years, the market was actually down or in, pero yung fund na to was actually performed very well, outperforming the market and yung mga ibang funds in the market kasi nga pinag-aaralan talaga yung mga sobrang grabe yung detail na that we go into to manage the fund. So and it's not just 1 year. Madali, hindi naman madali pero kaya mag number 1, mag best performing fund in one year, maybe 2 years, but to do it over a 5-year period, kailangan may proseso ka talaga na nag-work sa pag-aaral ng stocks at pag-aaral ng outlook for the economy. So yun. For example, yung just to give you an example, gaano ka tindi yung tutok namin sa stock market. In 2020, we had more than 300 company visits per year, meaning, and in past years, mga 350 yan, meaning sa isang taon, minimit namin yung mga companies, yung presidente, yung CEO, yung CFO ng mga kumpanya, para talaga pag-aralan yung mga companies at para alam namin kung sino talaga yung may pinakamagandang growth prospect at pinaka-importante, yung may growth ka nga pero yung level of risk that you take on when you invest in those companies hindi grabe, walang danger na babagsak tong kumpanya na to or dun sa mga sinasabi nung management ng kumpanya medyo alanganin yung strategy, iniiwasan namin yung mga ganung company. So we try and invest in the fastest growing companies. And yung Alpha Opportunity Fund, hindi nag-i-invest din sa yung mga traditional blue chip names kasi dahil nga yung objective namin is growth, the fund, klaro yung investment strategy na the fastest growing companies are actually the smaller companies. And those companies have the potential to be the future blue chips.
Okay. So growth stocks talaga to. So Jun, kasi I'm a follower of Phil Fisher. And nung binasa ko yung Common Stocks for Uncommon Profits, it's very important. And pag inaaral mo yung kumpanya na gusto mong bilhin, kausap mo yung may-ari, naiintindihan mo yung sales strategy nila. And a lot of people don't have that kind of connection. 'Di ba? So kung
Right.
hindi mo lang naman kayang i-analyze na ganun, bumili ka na lang ng fund. 'Di ba?
Right.
Para people like you can do the analysis for them. Pero may cost din naman ito. So para po dun sa mga baguhan, marami po tayong mga baguhan na nanonood ngayon. Si Stardust, sorry pa, shout out lang. Salamat po sa Carlito. Hello. Maraming salamat po sa mga pa-virtual gifts ninyo dyan. At dumadami na nga yung questions. But I'll unpack it again. So,
Ang ganda nung sinabi mo, Salve, Phil Fisher. Ang ganda nung quote niya on valuation, di ba? Alam mo yun, yung quote niya on valuation. Na maraming, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, you first.
Yeah, I mean, Phil Fisher emphasizes the importance of really getting to know companies so you know the true value of the company. So alam mo kung yung after, yun yung ginagawa namin thorough analysis para alam naman at the end of the day, yung presyo ng kumpanya sa stock market, tama ba yun sa actual value ng company? So kaya yung sinabi ko na fund kanina naka-outperform kasi malinaw na based on our calculations, after namin aralin, yung stock prices ng mga companies na binili namin, far below yung intrinsic value kung tawagin ng kumpanya nila. And when we talk about intrinsic value, siguro ito na yung tip kanina, di ba? Sabi mo, we look at the industry of the company, we look at the management quality, and dun sa management quality, meron kaming 10-point checklist para hindi yung, basta tingin ko magaling yung management, hindi ganun. Meron kaming 10-point checklist para malaman ko talagang magaling yung kumpanya or malakas or medyo nagkukunwari lang. Di ba? We look at industry, we look at management quality, tinitingnan namin yung sustainable earnings growth or free cash flow growth prospects. And number 4, tinitingnan namin yung valuation, yung risk involved. Pag sinabi namin risk, ano ba yan? Iba-iba kasi yung risk na for each company. Pwedeng business risk, pwedeng financial risk, di ba?
Pwedeng sovereign risk.
Kung ano man yung relevant na risk. And then, lastly, yung valuation. Kasi pwedeng maganda yung kwento ng kumpanya, maganda yung fundamentals kung tawagin, pero nasa presyo na.
Okay, Jun, may tanong ako before we go to our investment spotlight game. Alam ko bitin na bitin kayo at alam ko na marami pa kayong katanungan, so we'll answer all of that in the Q&A segment. Don't be shy if you feel that mas pang beginner yung tanong nyo. Go lang, itanong nyo lang po sa Q&A para doon po natin sagutin. Jun, ang mutual funds ba or pooled funds, whether they're mutual funds or UITF, para ba ito sa mayayaman lang? Magkano ba yung initial investment na kailangan ng mga tao? At ito bang pera na to aasahan nilang kumita agad after 1 month, sa end ng taon? Gaano ba katagal dapat ilagay ang pera sa ganong klaseng investment?
So ang ganda ng tanong mo, Salve. So the first question, para pang mayaman ba yan? Ito na lang, sinabi ni Philip Hagedorn to nung ginest mo siya last time, di ba? Yung sa GCash, kasi pwede mo i-access yung funds namin through GCash. 50 pesos lang makaka-invest ka na yun ng mutual fund. So the answer to your question is hindi pang mayaman lang yan. Pwede ka yumaman dahil dyan. Actually, yun yung point.
Okay.
Diba? Hindi siya pang mayaman. Pwede kang maging mayaman by doing that. So, ano yung second? Sorry, nakalimutan ko yung...
Yung pangalawa, kikita ba sila agad? Kasi alam mo yung mga tao, sanay sila sa time deposit. Sanay sila dun sa guaranteed na return. Kikita ba sila agad dito?
May mga times pwede ka kumita agad kasi may mga bulusok yung market minsan, 'di ba? Pero ang mahirap dun sa strategy na 'yon, kung kumita ka agad, pwede rin mawala yung pera mo agad kasi nga kailangan mo i-weigh yung risk return. Kami yun yung ginagawa namin lagi. Whenever we invest in something, wini-weigh namin carefully yung risk return. Para sa akin pinakamagandang strategy is really to have a disciplined investment approach. Pag meron kang idle money, or first of all, kailangan may pag-isipan mo na kaagad kung ano yung investment objective mo, and based on your investment objective, paano ka didiskarte papunta doon sa investment objective mo, di ba? So disciplined investing, every time you have money to put away for your future, you set it aside. Whether it's 10, 20%, or for some, it's even 30 or 40. Sometimes it depends on your age also, di ba?
Pwede nga 50 pesos per day, ano? Pwede ba yun?
I
Dun
mean,
sa app,
it's a
di ba?
start.
Oo.
Oo, kasi kung yung 50 pesos mo per day, kumita ka ng 100,000 in let's say, I don't know how many years, hindi na 50 pesos per day yung pang invest mo in a couple of years, di ba? So,
Yes. Okay. June,
compounding.
oo nga, because of compounding returns. Babalik kita mamaya sa Q&A, June.
Sige.
Paakyat muna natin ang ating first guest that became the second guest. Hi, DJ Robin. Hello, how are you? Nakamute ka, ma'am. Ayan, nakamute pa. Nakamute pa.
Good evening po.
Hello, hello.
I'm Salve.
Ayan, cooperate na ang Wi-Fi God sa atin. So guys, just introducing again DJ Robin Siena, who I met in a class for Love Radio. She's a TikTok content creator, a model, and a DJ in Love Radio. Kaya ano nga yung spiel mo kanina? Kanina? Pwede ba? Ano nga yun? What do you usually say in Love Radio?
Ang opening spiel ko lagi, Miss Salve, ako ang pinakamaganda at pinaka-fresh na probinsyana. Kaya siya Robin Siena.
Ganun pala yun. Probinsyana sounds like, di ba guys, give her a warm welcome. Tinuturoan ko na rin po siya mag-kumu para sa mga ating kumu friends. Ayan. Uy, Kapampangan ka daw?
Wapo, Kapampangan ko. Maya pabengi ka rin nga, mga kabalin ko.
Ang cute. So, bakit, when I met you there in the class, you showed a very, very strong interest in saving money, in investing in stocks, and saving for the future. May I know bakit may ganun kang mindset? Because I want the young people really to be inspired.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all po, yung background ko rin kasi talaga, I came from a humble family. So, ang dad ko is a taxi driver. Tapos yung mama ko, plain housewife. So, lumaki talaga ako sa public school. Public school talaga ako lumaki. And then, sinuwerte, pagdating ko ng college, nakakuha ako ng scholarship sa Lasal. So, first time kong mag-aral sa private institution. And then, siguro, yung background ko na yun na lang din yung nag-inspire sa akin na, okay, I had this great opportunity na not really naman makaalis sa kahirapan, pero more of, yun nga, gusto ko nang maging mature and gumawa ng mga wise decision kung paano ko made-develop and maiaahon yung family ko dun sa humble beginnings namin. Kaya,
Ayun na merong tingnan mo, sabi ni Michael Narit, magandang gabi sa pinaka-fresh at pinaka-magandang probinsyana in town. So, I wanted to know from you, so the influencers, when you're a TikTok content creator, you're an influencer, you're on radio, pero ngayon ang radyo nakikita na. So there's a lot of pressure, di ba? To have a certain lifestyle. Kumbaga, lalo na sa TikTok kasi it's very visual. Bakit dapat mas magkaroon ng mindfulness ang mga influencers para mag-save and invest for the future?
Mm-hmm. Ako kasi personally, Miss Salve, internet and the social media as a whole is a very powerful tool talaga. And ngayon kasi, diba, since sobrang saturated na yung social media natin, ang dami ng content, masyadong content, naglipana na merong entertainment, merong lifestyle, basta sobrang dami na. So, ako personally, I want to influence yung generation ko na it's not always about entertainment. Alam mo yun, we have to really be mindful na rin talaga sa kung ano yung kung paano natin dadalhin yung sarili natin. So ako yun yung gusto ko na maipakita ko sa audience ko, and at the same time na mas gusto kong makita na ginagawa ng mga influencers kung paano dine-develop dapat ang sarili. And ayun nga, kasama dun yung isang aspect talaga dun, mainly yung financial background ng isang tao. So, ayun siya, Miss
Ayun
Salve.
na nga, diba?
Okay lang ba yung internet connection ko, Miss Salve?
Medyo may konting lag at may konting robot, pero we can hear you fine naman. Kahit mga influencers, bumababa din yung kita, di ba? Hindi lahat ng influencers million ang kita every month.
Truly, Miss Salve. Actually, yun yung isa sa mga challenges talaga kasi hindi siya katulad ng 8-hour job na regular na may kasi nga parang more of a freelancing opportunity siya eh. So ako personally, coming from a background kasi before ako maging DJ, nag-work ako as a sales representative. So sanay ako na yung cash flow ko consistent, maganda yung flow ng, yun nga, yung pasok sa akin, yung income ko. Tapos ngayon, nung nag-DJ ako, yun, it's a very different industry na talaga. So ako personally, nahirapan talaga ako i-manage. Then yun nga, yung income ko, yung mga talent fees ko, kasi gaya nga ng sabi ni Sir Jun kanina, dapat meron in investment approach na consistent na ginagawa mo na, for example, may 20% savings ka na itatabi mo. So ako, nagkaroon ako ng challenge na paano ako magtatabi ng ganito, hindi nga consistent yung pumapasok sa akin. Yung mga ganun bang idea, Miss Salve?
Yes. Also, yun nga, tapos nagka-pandemya pa. So, syempre, nabawasan ng mga gig, nabawasan ng income. So, dapat talaga meron. So, all of those na nasa baba, yung mga wait lang, may call-in question. Ano daw ba yung time slot mo sa Love Radio? Meron pa naman diba?
Wow! Thank you naman sa pagtanong po. Ayan, so mapapakinggan niyo po ako 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Ayan, lunchtime. Ako yung nambubulabog sa mga tao kapag tanghalian.
O, yun. Kaya nga kasi pag freelancer ka, hindi regular yung pasok ng pera, pero regular yung paglabas. Tapos, syempre, dahil nandun ka sa industriya, maya-maya, add to cart. Di ba? Ganun yung dating natin lagi. Kaya, akala natin tuloy-tuloy yung pasok ng pera, pero pagdating ng pandemya or other kinds of crisis, or if you get sick, di ba? Or if you have an emergency, there are times when you can't earn money. How do you save money? Paano mo ginagawa ng paraan yung sa financial management? Ano yung DJ Robin style of saving money?
Okay. So, ako,
ito na katotohanan, guys.
Ayun. So, first of all, yun nga, kahit sabihin natin na yun nga, hindi regular yung pagpasok ng mga talent fees, 'di ba? Hindi palaging merong mga gigs. So, dun sa pera ko monthly na pumapasok, kinukuha ko na yung parang pinaka anong tawag? Hindi ko alam yung terminology dito sa mga ganito, Miss Salve, pero yung pinaka ano tawag doon? Yung kita ko na alam kong regular talaga na dumadating sa akin. Doon ako nagbabase. Hindi na ako umaasa na may mga dadating pa. Meron akong, hindi ko alam yung specific term for that, Miss Salve, pero for example, yung isang yung swerteng buwan for me, sabihin natin 50,000. Halimbawa lang hindi 50,000 yung dumadating sa akin.
100 na po, hindi 50.
Hindi rin, malayo, Miss Salve.
So on a good month, kunwari 50K, saan mo ilalagay yung, paano mo paghahati-hatiin yung 50K mo?
So yun nga, in a good month may 50,000 ako. Ngayon, halimbawa yung sanay lang ako na meron ako or yun nga, yung parang pinaka meron ako na regular, sabihin natin mga 20,000. So meron akong sobrang 30,000. So yung 30,000 agad niyan, siguro sabihin natin yung 70% ng 30,000 na yon, isi-save ko kagad yon. Tapos yung natitirang 30,000 na yon, isi-save ko kagad yon. Tapos yung natitirang 30,000 na yon, isi-save ko kagad yon. Tapos yung natitirang 30,000 na yon, isi-save ko kagad yon. Tapos yung natitirang 30,000 na yon, isi-save ko kagad yon. Tapos yung natitirang Yes. So, yung natitirang 30%, ayan, depende na lang kung gift ko ba siya sa self ko or
Oo. At least,
or
okay, as a financial, as your financial advisor, i-affirm ko na that's correct. And lahat ng tao na nakikinig can also do that for themselves. So, kunwari, annual bonus. Diba? Nabuhay ka naman dun sa walang bonus every month. So, yung apang 12-month na annual bonus, that's actually additional money dun sa usual na nakasanayan mo. And if people will just save and invest every time meron silang bonus, ang laki na nun after so many years because of the power of compounding. So, that's inspiring para sa mga bagets at sa mga, pag sinabi kong bagets, so syempre matanda na ako kasi kami lang naman ang tumatawag sa inyong bagets, diba? Para sa mga young people, millennials, Gen Z, Gen Y dyan, ang tawag doon, hindi kayo nagpapadala sa lifestyle inflation. Right? So this is one more tip. Pagka kunwari you are expecting a pay increase, nabuhay ka naman ng matagal dun sa dati mong sweldo, pag ginastos mo pa yung pay increase mo, nag-lifestyle inflation ka na. Pero kung yung increase na yon continuous mo isi-save and invest, so hindi ka nagpadala dun sa lifestyle inflation, you will grow your wealth a lot faster. Okay, so DJ Robin, paakitin natin si Sir Jun kasi ang dami-dami na pong katanungan sa baba for both of you. Okay, ano muna ako. Sabi ni Kev, bonus, bili agad new phone. Minsan wala pang phone. Minsan totoo yun, di ba? Wala pang bonus, iniisip mo pa lang na dadating na yung bonus, meron ka nang gustong bilhin or nabili mo na. Babayaran mo na lang sa credit card mo. Siguro, ewan ko, Sir Jun, sa ano ba? Sa investment field ba, lahat ng tao kuripot?
Oo nga, Sir Jun. Cheers din
maraming yumaman dahil kuripot sila. Kaya hindi pa ako yumayaman eh.
Wey, humble si Sir Jun.
Pero sa Salve and Robin, ang ganda nung sinabi nyo kanina, parang may naalala lang ako na dun sa saving tips, may dadagdag lang ako isa. Kasi may nabasa ako, there's this guy named Ramit Sethi. I don't know if you've heard of him. He has a book called I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And yung para sa akin, isa sa mga importanteng, sobrang simple lang ng advice niya na para sigurado makapag-impok ka o makapagtabi ka na hindi mo gastusin kasi medyo related sa pinag-uusapan natin, i-automate mo lahat ng kailangan mo bayaran. Para right after pumasok yung pera, automatic na automated. Hindi mo na iisipin na, ay, nagastos ko pala sa, or magugulat ka na lang yung nasa bangko, for example, yung 50K mo, 5 na lang yung natira kasi, yun nga, yung bagong cellphone or whatever, di ba? So, yun lang. I mean, sobrang simple lang nung sinabi ni Ramit Sethi, pero impactful, di ba?
Yeah. It's one of the most powerful tips po na maririnig ninyo about saving and investing. Tinuro ko dito sa kanila sa Love Radio, i-automate mo yan. Sabi ko nga, tatawagan ko yung bangko para i-set up natin yung automatic transfer ng Kaya lang, June, hindi lahat ng bangko gumagawa nun. Kaya bahala na po kayo maghanap kung ano bangko yun. Hindi ko na po sasabihin kasi wala naman pong bayad sa atin. Ayan.
Secret ba yung Salve?
Ibubulong ko na lang sa'yo. Ibubulong ko sa'yo after this event. Alright. So, yung mga tao po, nawala yung kumo ko. Ayan. Hindi na po ako anong nangyari sa kumo? It got lost. Okay. Alright. So, balikan po natin ang mga katanungan. Okay? Wait lang. Mag-scroll po ako kasi marami na po siyang tanong. Wait, one moment. Kata ka muna. Ayan. Last 5 minutes na. Direct naman eh. Ayan, meron pong nag-invest na sa Global Tech. Tapos, ayan, question Sir Jun. Mutual fund versus ETF. Alin na mas maganda?
Mutual fund versus ETF. Depende sa mutual fund kasi, Salve. May mga advantages ang ETF. Ang pagkakaintindi ko, ETF ka pag gusto mo yung market lang, gusto mo lang exposure to a market or a strategy na may ETF yun. Let's say, I mean, soon magkakaroon na, o baka magkakaroon pa lang, may ETF, magkakaroon na ng ETF ang Bitcoin, for example, or crypto, di ba? So, kung wala kang oras or whatever, then ETF bibilin mo para expose ka doon. Pero mutual fund, marami ring benefits yan. Yun nga, may nag-aalaga nung pera mo, nung strategy. Tapos, like, for me personally, active strategy yung sa akin. Yun nga, yung pinag-aaralan namin lahat. So, pag mutual fund, sobrang pwede, you can get better than market returns or in good or bad markets kung mutual fund active funds. Like, ibabalik ko dun sa quote sa Philip Fisher na sinabi mo kanina, di ba? Kinote mo, naalala ko na yung quote niya, Salve, like, a lot of people in the stock market or the stock market is filled with people who know the prices or the price of everything but the value of nothing. So,
Yes.
ang value nun para sa akin is, pag nag-invest ka sa stock market, kung active yung approach mo, kailangan alam mo yung distinction ng presyo nung stock, for example, at yung value. Pag mas mataas yung value, tama ba? Pasok. Mataas yung value dun sa presyo, pasok ka dyan. Kung maganda yung risk-return proposition mo. Kung mababa naman yung value versus the price, benta mo na yan kung magtatagal na ganyan. So, especially for active strategies, ang value ng mutual fund is, like yung Alpha Opportunity Fund, shameless plug na naman, pwede ka mag-outperform nung market as opposed to getting, kung ang objective is outperforming the market, mutual fund ka active. Kung ang objective mo is just the market return, wala na exposure, pwede ang ETF. In terms of fees, I have to check. Parang hindi ko maalala ang differential ng fees, pero I would think mas malaki ang fees ng mutual fund kasi nga active yung management compared to an ETF.
Right. So mas mahal talaga yung fees ng mutual funds, especially in the Philippines compared to global markets. Very quick answers na tayo, and then DJ Robin, think about the question. This is your chance to ask Jun Tarrobago about your questions about investing in the stock market. But very quickly, let me go through all the questions here in YouTube. Babalikan ko din po ang mga katanungan sa Kumu. BPI will be increasing their maintaining balance for maxi savers from 50K to 2 million. Hindi ko alam kung narinig mo to. Any thoughts on this? Very quickly lang po. Yes, Jun.
Sorry, hindi ako familiar dun sa sa maxi savers ng BPI.
It's like a premium savings account na mas mataas yung kanilang interest compared to the usual deposit accounts. Pero, narinig ko rin to kasi may nagtanong nito sa akin yung isang araw. In-increase nila yung minimum deposit from 50,000 to 2 million. What does that say about the trends in the banking sector now when it comes to savings? Pamahal na ng pamahalan, no? O, sige,
ibabalik ko na lang dun sa tanong mo kanina, pang mayaman ba yan o hindi, di ba?
Kayo na po ang mag-isip kung anong kasagutan dyan. Si LB Tolentino nagtatanong magkano minimum investment. He said it already, 50 pesos. Ayan, pwede nang mag-invest kahit 50 pesos
sa
lang.
GCash.
Through GCash. Pero if you want to go directly to ATRAM, how much is the minimum investment?
Iba-iba eh. Alam, ang manalala ko, meron kaming, yun nga, pwede ka mag 50 pesos kung via GCash, na sobrang dali naman gawin. Pero alam ko meron ding mga mas mataas eh, slightly higher. Pero one thing for sure, mas mababa na siya ngayon compared to before. And that's a credit to the industry na binaba talaga yung, and of course, the players, binaba na talaga yung fees to make it affordable.
And accessible also. Naalala ko pa yung panahon na 10,000 minimum investment mo. Kung 32 years old daw ba, meron ng investment sa VUL ito. Ay, hindi. FAMI is First Asset. No? First Asset, that's a mutual fund company. Too old na ba to start with UITFs via GCash?
No, it's never, you're never too old to invest in mutual funds or UITFs. Of course, mag-iiba lang yung mix mo ng equities and fixed income and balance. Intuitively, habang tumatanda ka, yung proportion ng portfolio mo in equities lumiliit.
Kasi
habang
dapat
tumatanda ka. But if you're young,
like
um,
Robin.
like Robin, like DJ Robin, pwede ka you can have a good chunk of your portfolio in equities. Always good to have some diversification, although. But the younger you are, the more tolerance for equities or relatively higher than fixed income risk or
Kaya po,
volatility.
sorry, nagmamadali na ako kasi tatapos na po yung airtime natin. So, pwede daw ba yung mga nasa abroad mag-invest? Ay, balik ako.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
okay. So, open
Meron
na
kaming
now.
through GCash, ATRAM, and Seedbox din. Meron din kaming app, seedbox.ph yata yung ano niya, yung pwede rin nila tingnan yun.
Ay, maganda po itong tanong, hindi tayo pwedeng matapos ng hindi ito. Ang active mutual fund daw ba laging panalo versus passive? 10, 20 to 30 years.
Kailangan ko i-check yung 10-year. Well, may there's reason for investing in passive funds kasi I think kaya naging very popular yan globally kasi nga I think all over the world yung active management, yung mga active kumbaga yung percentage ng active managers that are outperforming the market, hindi rin ganun kaganda yung track record. Pero nga, meron nga mga certain funds and fund providers that are consistently outperforming the index. And
Pero risky din. May risk levels din ito na kailangan tingnan.
oo.
Sir
Yes.
Jun, magkano daw po yung fee for ATRAM?
ATRAM Alpha Opportunity Fund, I have to get back to you on that one, but I think it's 1.75 or 2% then, I think. But you get your money's worth.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, mabilisan. Jay Tolentino, shout out. Jason Matthew Alamar, shout out. Uy, Michael Narit, shout out daw. Shout out mo daw siya, DJ Robin. Ikaw talaga yung...
Ako na lang mag-shout out.
Ayan.
Go, Sir Jun. Take it away.
Go ahead, DJ Robin.
Ayan.
Baka mainis lang. Baka mainis pag ako nag-shout out.
Honor your country. And na-inspire po ako din sa kwento ni DJ Robin, yung humble beginnings, taxi driver, and ano nga yung sa mom mo? So your
Plain
dad is a
housewife.
taxi driver, plain housewife. Not very plain. Being a housewife is very difficult, guys. Ayan. So maraming salamat po, Allah. Babalikan na po namin yung ibang mga katanungan nyo. Sorry po, marami pang pumapasok, but we have to do a very quick game pala bago ko makalimutan. So, yes or no? And then last question si DJ Robin. I'm going to mention 10 stocks. Tapos sasabihin lang ni Jun, ganon? Jun, ganito ka lang ha? Ganon o ganon? Okay? Pwede naman isang kamay. Okay? MPI.
Go!
Oh, let's go. MPI.
Go, Sir
GP Cap.
Jun.
Ganun kasi prefer Metrobank.
Okay.
Na-qualify ko.
Okay, JGS. JG Summit. Yan. Pwede rin ganito kung sideways.
Sige, pwede ganun.
Pwede rin. ICT. Okay. SMIC. Okay. AC. Ayala Corp. Metrobank. Ito na yung mention niya. Jollibee. Yes? Pure Gold.
Yes.
Alright. Maraming salamat. Ay, ganun. Ganun daw ang Pure Gold. First gen daw. May phone-in question. First gen. Ganon. Okay, guys. So, hold lang to. Don't buy, don't sell. Hold lang. DJ Robin, you have a quick question and then we'll end with a little, wala namang kantahan tayo dito, guys. Tingnan ko lang.
Kinabahan ako dun eh.
Kinabahan ako dun.
Pinakamaliit na fund management fee sa PEMI, Phil Equity. Okay. Ayan, wala na yatang katanungan. Wala na pong question sa Kumu. Thank you po sa mga nanood. Charming DLC, my classroom fam. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at makulit po sila talaga sa kwentuhan sa baba. DJ Robin, any questions for Jun?
Actually, for the both of you, you, Sir Jun and Miss Salve. Ayan, I just wanna share lang din kasi siguro one of the things na trend, I must say, sa younger generation right now is active trading sa stock market and crypto. As in like
Yes.
everyday talaga yung mga friends ko talagang nakabantay talaga sila kahit yung kapatid ko. So ayun, I just wanna ask yung ano nyo, like yung thoughts nyo about it. Kasi bilang yun nga yung trend sa age namin ngayon. Very
Yes.
very gusto sobrang gusto ng generation ngayon kasi na yun nga yung may instant hindi naman instant gratification pero gusto nila nakikita nila yung returns kagad. So ayun, ano pong masasabi niyo about doon?
Shout out ko po yung best friend ko si Lisa Bondal just arrived. Sir June, gusto rin ni Lisa tong tanong na to. Active trading tapos crypto pa. What are your thoughts on that? Very quickly.
May reason ng there's benefits to active trading. Depende sa personality eh. Pero para sa akin kasi yun nga 26 years na ako in the industry. Nadaanan ko na yan active trading, long only. I think it's long-term investing for me works best. But there are opportunities for active trading. Like kung may instances, for example, March 19 yata yun last year. Bumagsak ng 40% yung market. Why not? Diba?
Yes.
Bumagsak ng 40% in March yung market. So imagine, mabibili mo yung Ayala land at like 20 something, mabibili mo yung mga sobrang kalokohan na presyo. Pag nangyari yun, active trading is absolutely warranted or justified. But I guess for me, again, it depends on your personality. But for me, I would do active trading as a limited percentage of my portfolio. Number one, and number two, I would do it on a very opportunistic basis or approach. In terms of crypto, I think it's given the increased the acceleration of digitization in the world, diba? Given the increased supply of the dollar over the last 10 years, I think are viable reasons to consider investing in select cryptocurrencies. Maybe. I'm not an expert there, so this is like personal ano yan. But there's reason. I mean, digital world increasingly, digital currency, why not? But you have to be very careful with where you put your money into. So, alam ko ngayon naging popular na rin yung mga altcoins, 'di ba? So,
Yes.
may mga viable talaga diyan, pero kailangan niyo pag-aralan na mabuti. Pero personally, ang Bitcoin for me is part of the future. But if you're gonna go into that, do it on a very limited basis, depending on the level of research and conviction you have. Again, it's depende sa personality and level of research na nagawa mo eh.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely open to those things. Kailangan.
Thank you, Jun. Very good question daw, DJ Robin, sabi ni Maria Zen L. Okay, very nice question, DJ Robin. And very nice din kasi the other day, I got a text in question from my brother in the armed forces. Sabi niya, okay daw po ba yung Bitcoin tsaka ibang altcoins? And then, lahat daw kasi ng barkada niya sa Air Force, yun ang yun ang sinasabi na dun sila kikita ng pera. Here are my thoughts on that. You can invest in that if you know where it's going. Otherwise, it's sugal. Diba? Like what June said earlier, kailangan alam mo yung price, alam mo yung value. Is there anybody in the world who knows what the value of Bitcoin will be 10 years from now? Can you do valuation on something like Bitcoin? So I think tama si June, if you want to put money in that, put money that you can afford to lose because it's impossible to value it. Gusto mo maglaro, okay lang yon. Sabihin natin, basta ang ilalagay mo lang doon, yung you won't lose sleep over it if you lose it. No? So that's my thought. Si June, meron din siyang sarili niya. I hope this helped you, DJ Robin. And very quickly, before we end, I would like to thank you, June and DJ Robin, for joining me tonight. This has been parang 1 hour na
Pleasure.
tayo. Sabi ko 40 minutes lang. And everybody who are listening, Facebook, YouTube, and Kumu, hindi ko na po nabalikan yung mga katanungan ng mga tao sa Kumu. Madami po silang mga tanong din doon. Thank you po for all the virtual gifts from my 15 million viewers on Kumu. Before I end, let me just tell you about this lady. I heard about her. Hindi ko siya pa personally kakilala, but we'll feature her here in YouTube. Ano po siya? Isa siyang flight attendant. Nag-retire na siya before the pandemic. Alam niyo naman ang lifestyle ng flight attendants, di ba? Pagkatapos ng flight, party, shopping, alam naman natin yan. And kahit naman sinasabi nila talaga to. But this lady, in Dubai, nag-rent siya doon sa isang lugar na malayo dahil doon siya makakatipid. And that actually meant she was dragging her suitcase over desert just so she can save money. So while her desierto yung dinadaanan niya para lang makasave siya on rent. And while her contemporaries were partying or shopping, she was buying condominiums in the Philippines and saving and investing in the market. And I was very, very inspired by her story. Kaya hinahanap ko siya ngayon para ma-feature at mapakilala ko sa inyo. Kaya abangan po ninyo ang kanyang storya. Dahil this is the thing. When you learn how to make money work for you, you don't have to work until you die. That's from Lolo Warren Buffett. And to save and invest, it's not very difficult. It's very accessible now. It just takes a lot of discipline from all of us. Maraming salamat, DJ Robin. We both came from similar circumstances. June, thank you so much for your expertise. And to all our viewers, see you again next week, 8 p.m. Mga classmate, magkita-kita tayo ulit. Bye, everybody!
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye po!
Bye! We'll end the stream on Kumu in 5, 4,